And before I chat to my next guest, he's going to come out and sing for you the brilliant The Lost Art of Murder. Will you please welcome Pete Doherty?
Could roll a 4, could roll a 9, find yourself washed up in paradise. Just like before, she never used to mind. I lost my phone in paradise. And what's a nice day for a murder? You call yourself a killer, boy, but the only thing you're killing is your time. There's nothing absurder than bird, it's just a burden to your heart, your soul, your body, spirit and mind. Oh, don't look at me like that, she won't take you back. You said too much, you've been too unkind. Get up off your back, stop smoking that. You could change your life. Do you think you'll change your mind? Could roll a 4, could roll a 9, find yourself washed up in paradise. No light before, no light behind, someone else washed up in paradise. And what's a nice day for a murder? You call yourself a killer, the only thing you're killing now is time. There's nothing absurder than bird that's just a burden to your heart, your soul, your body, spirit and mind. Ah, don't look at me like that, she won't take you back. You said too much, you've been too unkind. Get up off your back, stop smoking that. You could change your life. Do you think you'll change their mind?
Pete Doherty, ladies and gentlemen. Pete, that sounded great. That sounded great. What a lovely song. That's a new one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really nice. Take a seat. Hey, how nice was that? Wasn't that a great song? Was that song from the new Baby Shambles album? Will that be the new material coming out soon?
Yeah, that song actually is, I think it's going on the album, and we've got, you know, a fella called Bert Yanch.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he's playing on it actually.
Wow, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
And have you finished recording this? You're doing it now?
Yeah, we're all but done now. There's one song that needs tidying up a little bit. Unsticky titled, so...
And am I right in thinking your life's a bit calmer now?
Yeah, no, my life is a lot calmer. There's one thing hanging over my head still. It's a bit unfortunate. About a month and a half, I'm up in court again. Same old, but on the whole, yeah, it's a lot calmer.
And is that because you have been living a quieter life, or you haven't been caught leading the wilder life? What has brought about this period of comparative calm?
Yeah, a combination of a change in like the way I live my life and like fundamental ways of viewing life and acting, and not getting caught as well.
That's the biggie, really, of course, because everyone likes to let off a little steam in different ways, and getting caught is often the issue.
Yeah, it's like a fella in the shop yesterday. Actually, he was a little Irish bloke, he had a pen behind his ear and a newspaper, and he's like, "Doherty, Doherty, Doherty, for f***'s sake, keep it in your pants." You know, you might have learned by now. That's it. Yeah.
And you just wanted a bounty or something, didn't you? You just wanted Do you get given advice on a regular basis by strangers?
Yeah, yeah, people often, they take me aside, take it upon themselves to show me the light or point me in the right direction. Normally different places to hide things and...
But you know, there's something about you, because you're a very charming person. When someone meets you for the first time, I remember when I met you, you're very lovable, you're very charming. And there is people want to look after you, I think. Which is a nice thing, I guess.
Mm.
Don't worry, I'm not grooming you here. I'm not...
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't. No, but you know, it's. But I wonder whether that's a strange thing for you. I mean, have you noticed that? Is it a fair assessment by me there that people do kind of like feel protective towards you, even people who don't know you?
Yeah, but probably for every 9 people that want to look after me, there's one that will just wind down the window and shout, "Ducky, you plum bag!"
Did you upset the Irish? It always seems to be Irish people. I think I've upset them as well this evening. I didn't mean any harm. What do you like most? Do you like to write? Do you like to perform? What is it that you enjoy the most when it comes to your music?
I don't know, just finishing something, really. Like, a sense of finishing something and achieving something, and then, and then performing it and having it received. And
what's the deal with the book of album that you brought this out? Is this? I've got it. I've started reading it now. Is it a diary? Is it fiction in there as well?
Yeah, you've got one. Yeah, there's bits of fiction in there. It's just from the age of 17, 18, I just kept notebooks really, for my thoughts and other people's thoughts.
But a lot of this is very personal, isn't it, Peter?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it they couldn't print. They couldn't put in there, and they had to have permission from people if they wanted to use other people's writing, because there's other people's writing in there.
So the kind of stuff they couldn't print, why was that? Because it was you were being scathing about people, or you were talking about things they'd done that they shouldn't have done?
Or things that I've done that maybe I shouldn't have done, that
so illegal things.
People didn't want me to have in, like intimate things about other girls, which just not, can't be having.
So you're kind of protecting other people though in a way there by doing it?
Yeah, but there's so much, you can see there's so many books. I was just, take what you want and then,
So were you not, did you think you might be embarrassed by what was in there? Were you at all worried about?
Absolutely, completely. Like, most of it are. I don't know, what can you do? It's like...
Well, you can say no, or not let them have your books in the first place.
Yeah, but a lot of the stuff that I'm really embarrassed about, I mean, the publishers seem to think it's some of the best stuff, but I'm kind of embarrassed by the innocence a lot of the time. Just, it's so... I don't know.
What, naivety?
Naivety and, like, kind of a pompous naivety and...
But and I don't mean this to sound patronising, but there is, when you're young, that's kind of the way you view the world somewhat. It's only when you get older you get a bit more cynical and you get a little bit more guarded. And what's charming about some of your work so far, I think, is there's a kind of innocence to it.
Right. Well, I am innocent. I'm fighting a losing battle. I mean, like, fifth to last time I was nicked, the policeman actually had...
That was quite a lot of numbers you had to go to.
The policeman actually had a badge on saying Pete Doherty is innocent. You know what I mean?
The policeman had it on?
Actually put the cuffs on me, he had a badge on saying Pete Doherty is innocent. So
did you bring that to his attention? Did you say, why are you arresting me if you believe that?
I was gobsmacked, you know what I mean?
Did he get you to sign it afterwards? Has anyone, while arresting you, ever asked you to sign it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Asked for your autograph while...
No, I've been face down before like that. He's been...
Pete, you don't mind afterwards if you sign something for me son, do you?
And
how do you sign it? You have to kind of do it like that. I mean, I'm sure you oblige because you're a decent sort of fella.
No, I was just like, just take the cuffs off and I'll do it now if you like.
Very funny.
Does it scare you? Does the possibility of going inside jail, to what extent does that concern you?
Yeah, it concerns me a lot. It's awful. It's depressing. I mean, they accuse me of, they say, oh, you love it, I mean, you must love it. You must love the drama, being arrested. No, there's nothing, not one aspect of it that I enjoy at all. It kind of goes without saying. I mean, it's just the most boring
It eats away at you, the existence.
You know what I think must be, once again looking from the outside in, the scrutiny that you live your life under, the kind of level of attention that you have, partly for being, I mean it started when you were in the Libertines even as well, but now of course that you're one half of a very, very high profile couple, you and Kate Moss together. The level of attention you have, that must be just, I would have thought, terribly difficult to live under, and at the same time obviously people are watching you and waiting for a slip, so you can't even hide away.
Yeah, no, they are. It is a bit like that. People just waiting, you know, for that. I mean, I just wonder why, like getting from the, well, if I'm with Kate anyway, getting from the front door to the car, you know what I mean, it's hard enough in itself. I just wonder what. You've got 20 people taking a picture of someone coming out of the gate, getting into a car.
Can you get away together much without people following you, without people knowing where you are, without people photographing you?
Now and again, but when it does happen, it's, I don't know, it's all the more special, and you cherish it more. Like every now and again, there'll be no paps about, and like the other week we went into St James's Park about 2 in the morning because there was no one outside, so we just like hot-footed it into town and went to the park and saw the Black Swan and walked by the palace, and then by the time we strolled up to Piccadilly, someone had spotted us and someone had phoned someone, and then there was like a flock of paparazzi.
But that's awful.
It is awful.
And there's nothing you can do about that, I guess. What about when you go on holiday? Do they follow you there?
It depends. It depends what sort of location.
Because there was the story that you got married, and were there photographs of you on the beach?
Again and again and again.
Yeah. And you didn't get married, did you? Or did you?
I think we did the 3rd and the 9th time. But all the rest of it was no, we didn't get married.
Okay. Do you find it, I mean, I'm sure you understand why, but do you find it strange that there's that level of interest in your relationship over and above your music? The fact that people want to know about you and Kate together? I mean, do you find that easy to live with?
It's just the way it is, isn't it? It's just the way, that's the reality of it. People, like, a lot of the time it's just, oh look, it's Kate Moss's boyfriend, which is like obviously really hurtful to my pride. You know what I mean? It's not, oh look, there's that really talented lyricist and Irish impersonator.
The UK's #1 Irish impersonator. But there must be, obviously, I suppose the upside is you're with someone who I'm guessing you love, and it must be nice waking up next to Kate Moss occasionally, and it must be nice for her to wake up with you, I would have thought. Let me ask you about the Libertines, right? Because when I heard the first Libertines album, I thought, wow, this is a band I've been waiting for. I really got so excited for the Libertines, and then you went and did it. You went and do what so many great bands do. You split up, okay? Which is, you know, any number of reasons, I'm sure. It does look like, and I've loved the work you're doing with Baby Shambles, so don't get me wrong, but it does look like you and Carl might be getting back together again.
Yeah, no, I seen him last week. We did Day in the Life for the Sgt. Pepper covers album, and
so you recorded a new version of that?
yeah, and we're talking. Although he does mumble a fair bit, but we're talking. We're getting on. I don't know, you know. I don't think we've ever really split up in a way.
No, I think you did, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Because you misbehaved towards him a little bit, did you, Pete?
I don't know where you get that from. You know? There's a couple of different stories, and one day the truth will come out. You know?
Are you going to be performing live together again, though? Are you going to be doing that? Because you did a gig a little while ago together, didn't you?
Yeah, he came along to Hackney Empire, and we played acoustically together. I don't know. We did talk about it the other day, and I think he more or less said, you know, when he's completely skint, because things aren't going that well at the moment for him. Like, he will undoubtedly, you know, get the tour on and that, but yeah. At the moment he's got the Dirty Pretty Things. Yeah. And
well, I like the Dirty Pretty Things as well,
and
I like Baby Shambles as well, but there was something about the Libertines that I especially liked. And there was something about the two of you together, as often is the case when there are people who perhaps there's tension between them as well, but that seems to add to the joy when you're watching it, and there was something about the two of you together that was very special, I thought. Let's have a look. Who made the first move towards getting back together?
The Sun, I think it was.
The common bun, bringing people together. Let me ask you one question before you go, Pete. Because I often wonder this about bands and talented individuals who seem, from the outside again, to be living life pretty much in the moment, which is not a bad way to live. But do you have a kind of plan? Do you think about where you'd like to be in a year, 5 years, 10 years' time? Do you approach your life in that way at all?
No. No. I don't know, I was thinking maybe a little chat show, you know? In a few years' time, is there ever a gap in the market?
I wish you could stay longer. Pete, how lovely to have you again. Thank you very much for coming. I'm very fond of you. Thank you for coming on the programme. Pete Doherty, ladies and gentlemen. He's a great talent. Thank you for that. Pete Doherty, ladies and gentlemen. I shouldn't really say this now, but I found out today the papers have gone through and I have officially adopted Pete. So I would look after him, it'd be nice. Oh, there's Pete going in there. Thank you, Pete. Thank you to all my guests, Bruce, Pete, and of course Stern Quarter. Next week I'll be joined by J.K. Rowling, giving a world-exclusive interview. Bob Hoskins will be here, Paul Weller, Graham Coxon, and the Arctic Monkeys.